Yes, guys, welcome from me. This is Championship Manager 0102. This is another saved game to go through. This is a brand new person that we're going to analyse his saved game, Mike Evangelou. Mike, I hope I've said your second name correctly, but for the benefit of this video, I'm going to call you Mike. Now, I fired up Mike's game, and there was never going to be any reason that it weren't going to load up because he's using the same install that I've got. Although I think we must have had a slight alteration somewhere, Mike, because I noticed you don't have the contract protection on. So I think maybe I took that off you. Now, Mike, I've already had a look around on your team, and Mike is currently 13, 14 seasons into the game, and his Man United team is just absolutely fucking insane for regens. The regens is absolutely fucking ridiculous. And I mean, I don't know how much patience you've got, Mike, in terms of searching for regens. I don't know how you've gone for regens. I don't know if you've gone to them manually or if you've used a third-party program to try and identify them, because you've literally, found fucking everybody. And it wouldn't be so bad, but there's going to be still a few players still in the game, like players like Samba, Joe Cole, Rooney, Ronaldo, I would imagine. So you've got an absolute ridiculous amount of regens. In fact, before we go any further, so I have already looked at this. He's been winning league titles, Mike, and he's done an absolute cracking job. So he's done it at Milan. He started at Milan. He did it at Chelsea. I say did it as in primarily won the league. He's won a couple of Champions Leagues here and there. At Rangers, he did it. England, he won the Euros. And now he's at Man United. So I am intrigued, Mike, to know where your next move's going to be, if there's going to be another move. I would imagine, correct me if I'm wrong here, Mike, if I'm going to guess, I'm going to guess you're not going to move, given the fact of your regens is fucking insane. In fact, let me just have a look at Rangers. Oh, I see, you've got Gaza there. I did one. Oh, I see, yeah. So you've got a few regens. I didn't look at these. Yeah, so fuck me, you've got them absolutely everywhere. Oh, Alan Shearer's over there, right? Okay, Clivert. Okay, let's have a quick gander at PSV. You must have a couple at PSV. Gininho, who's that? Oh, Hasselbank. Zlatan Ibrahimovic is still going. Fucking prick. Okay, so that's PSV. Chelsea, you must have somebody. Neil Ruddock. Did you forget to put the regen, the R on that? Neil Ruddock, what a player. I bet he came in late, no? Okay, decent player. Romario's over there. Romario's there. Is that the D'Alessandro? Yeah, it is. Okay, is that Stephen McPhee? Fuck me, still going. And Milan, let's see if Milan's got any. Although this was his first stint, so very unlikely. Fernando Torres, still going strong, still only 30. Robben. So, okay, so I have got a few questions to ask, Mike. I decided to look around your game first. I see, by the way, I fucking love the title of your formation, 4-1-3-2. That's a default formation. I think Gary Johnson plays that similar sort of formation. But I think that's an absolute cracking title. Doesn't have the same ring to it as Glitter's Boys, does it? Or Rolf's Boys, Rolf's Cartoon Club. But yeah, I have got a few questions. And I am going to critique a little bit. I ain't going to fucking lie to you. I am going to critique. Firstly, there's very little to critique, to be fair. I think your regens is very, very. Oh, I didn't look at your money. Is very, very impressive. I have got a few questions. The first one, your ground has gone up to 83,800. Did you? I don't like using this word because it sounds almost dirty. Did you edit that in? Did you change that, or did you get that done from the board? And my biggest question that I've identified, and I can't work this out, and hopefully you'll be able to shed some light on it. This is your shortlist of 523 players. You've got all your regions that you haven't purchased. Okay, you've got fucking stacks. But the one thing I can't understand, right? One, this is a shortlist that you have loaded. ODB Originals Regen, because it's titled up there. So, why? Or why did you make a shortlist and save it? The other thing is this guy here. I can't comprehend this guy here. So this guy here, he's your own player, and he's on your own shortlist, and he was already here when you arrived at Man U. So I can only assume on this guy, was he on your shortlist already before you took over Man United? That's the only thing I can think of. Because normally a player's normally only on your shortlist when you load a shortlist. So let's pretend you've got a shortlist of all Man United players, and then you take over Man United. You load that shortlist. All the Man United players are going to be wanted by Man United. So you've probably all seen it before, where people think it's a flaw in the game. There's media saying that Giggs is on the verge of leaving Man United and move to Man United, and the reason that's there is because he's on their shortlist because of things like this. So if you could just clarify that one for me, Mike. But yeah, your regens, I mean, in fact, a better way to do it, actually, I've just thought. And this is absolutely, 15 pages, this is absolutely insane. This really is insane. And I believe there's going to be more, that a few players that you've not wrote the R. I mean, you've done it with more than just your average players. I mean, Scott Gemmell, Jamie Victory, I mean, fuck me. Mate, I'm going to raise another question now. And if I'm wrong, I apologise. But, surely you must have used a third-party programme to identify these, because Man United or Top Flight, why would you even go and search for Jamie Victory? Why? Why would you look for Jamie Victory's regen? There's no fucking logic as to why you look for Victory whilst you're at Man United. And some of these regen, I mean, some of them are fucking brilliant. And some of them, I just think they're not good enough. They're nowhere near good enough. Is that Jamie Scowcroft? That's another one. I mean, what the fuck are you doing with him on your shortlist? See, you've got... Is that Andres Fom? The Andres Fom? Fuck me. I'm just a little bit confused by the different quality, calibre of players you've got on regen. I mean, there might be... maybe you've spent all night, literally with a game fired up, and gone through these players. It just seems a little bit... bizarre that you've got literally everybody. And if you've used a third-party program, right, I'm not going to judge you, you fucking cheating bastard. But in terms of, I think this, whether you've used one or not, this is really impressive work. Your formation then, that 4-1-3-2, but I did notice, you've had a friendly. Okay, so let's just take a look at last season when you won the title. I did spot something. You deserve to lose that first leg 2-1 to Roma, but you deserved at least a 2-1 victory in the return leg. That was quite unlucky, to be fair. You won the FA Cup final on penalties. Oh, yeah, okay. So you've only recently gone to the two up top then. See, I quite like that 4-1-2-2-1. I like that. I look at this and I think, fuck me, look at all this. Costa Curta, I didn't see him before. Oh, you sold him, that's why. I see. Okay, George Costa. Fucking love George Costa. Okay. So, Mike, if you can add anything, with regards to region, what your secret's been. Is that Lee? Oh my God. If you could tell us what your secret has been with the regen side of things. Let me look at how many leagues you've got open and your manager stats. You're the only person in well, that tells me the leagues, don't it? Okay, so let's take a look at, I think we've already seen it, haven't we? exactly the same as mine, it looks like. Oh, Poland. Portugal, Scotland, yeah, a little bit more than mine actually. 4, 8, 9, 10, 3, 6, 8. So 10 main countries and Brazil and Argentina in background. You've got Poland. Why Poland background? Just out of interest. Because some people start with Poland selected and start with Poland's date because it's just before that. You get a couple more weeks. Oh, Greece, Mister. You get a couple more weeks pre-season, but I think I can see why you've gone Poland background and Greece, because it just gives a few more players in the database, doesn't it? I'm surprised you didn't put Belgium in it, if I'm truly honest with you. I'd have had Belgium ahead of Greece, personally. Yeah, it's very, very... We haven't looked at your reserves, have we? There we go. Oh, Matt Letizia. Don't even know who he is. Is that John Bosman, isn't it? It's got to be John Bosman. Okay. Let's just have a look at your stats. See if you've got anybody... That's that fucking Greek. Yeah, he's fucking great, isn't he? Anyone that we recognise? Do you know what, right? I know who I haven't found. Who I haven't seen. You must have found him. Have you not got gigs? There, yeah, you have. There he is. Of course you have. Yeah, you see... I don't want you to think I'm critiquing Mike, you cheating bastard. But I just, some of these regens, I don't know why you've identified. I mean, the Jamie Victory one, I don't fucking grasp. I can't grasp the Jamie Victory one especially. Duncan Ferguson, that's a decent one. What about the other one, Barry Ferguson? No, he's still in the game. Oh yeah, I see. See, Barry Ferguson, right? Oh, you're looking at him already. Oh, I see. See, Barry Ferguson, I feel, is a fucking assist machine. And you can see that. Oh, did you have him at Rangers? Did you have him? When were you Rangers? I forget. But look at that, right? His assist, 21. That is absolutely fucking ridiculous. So he's only just been released, it looks like, at Tottenham. But I think he's such a good player, Barry Ferguson. I know, we'll have a look at very quickly. So you've been at Man United for 3 years. So let's go Fans Player of the Year. Okay. Batigol has been the main man. Quite surprised, to be honest with you. I'm quite surprised that he would be your fan player. Where's Van Nistelrooy? You must have the regen for him knocking about somewhere. Ruud Van Nistelrooy, look at that. That's fucking ridiculous, isn't it? How old is he? 38. Yeah, so his regen's out and about. Top league goal scorer is going to be Batigol, isn't it? Bergkamp, Dwight York. I'm guessing you got Dwight York knocking about somewhere. I've seen you've got Veron. Oldest player, Matt Letizia. Youngest player, yeah. Worst disciplinary, yeah. Well, look at that. The regen of Roy Keane has the worst disciplinary. Shock, fucking horror. William Gallas, is he still going? Jesus Christ. Most assists. Jordic will probably still be going. Yeah, he is. Ryan Giggs. Give the cunt a fucking role at Man United. Come on, he's been a loyal servant, you bastard. James McFadden, he's only 31. And finally, let's just have a look at who's been winning the Premier League then. So Man U dominated, of course they did. Chelsea for a couple of years. Arsenal, but yeah. Okay, so Mike, this is really impressive. Good stuff. Just answer the question, are you staying at Man United? I don't think you're going to leave, because I think what you've built there, I can't imagine you're going to leave Man United with that. I mean, that really is insane. It really is. And got to give you credit where it's due. Paul Scholes, I didn't even spot Paul Scholes earlier on. What about Gary Neville? No Gary Neville. Gianluigi Lentini, look at that for a player. Jesus. What I like about this, right, however it is you've done these regens, it makes me think back to mine and Matt's network game where we've really gone into, Matt's really gone into the regions. And I look at some of these players and I think, fuck, I forgot about him. Lentini is a fucking great one, to be fair. Some of them I'm not bothered about, like Graham Stewart. I mean, what the fuck is he doing on there? Jesus Christ, man. Guti, yeah. Gary McAllister. Look at that, Giovanni. Fuck. So Gary Neville. So what about Philip Neville? No. Paul War. Oh, come on, mate. Paul Warhurst. Fuck off. Jesus Christ, he was a shower of shit. Paluca. So let's just have a look now then. Sure he won't be in the... Oh, he is still in the game. Oh, I see. Oh my God, that's why. He's still playing at Wraith Rovers. And he's still got a 1-year contract. That's why we can't find him. I'm guessing... Oh, you're tracking him. Of course you're tracking him. Gary Neville. Oh my God, look at that. How's he performed? Yeah, shit. Oh, that is awful, isn't it? That really is awful. When did he leave Man United? 09-10. That is crazy. Really is. So Philip Neville's not around. Okay. Anyway, that is it then. Mike, really appreciate that save. If there is going to be more, send it to us. Give it a few years, particularly if you've gone onto a new chapter or if you found another 2000 regens. And until next time from me, guys, take it easy.